Okay, so basics. There's these bed leveling knobs. So turn it like right to lower it, left go up, and you should have like some markings to help you out with that. I also kept this on mine. I don't know if Carson has that on his. Those are the settings and stuff. You should set your printer to for like each different type of material. And then when you're leveling the bed, you're gonna want to make sure that you clean that off. So I just heat it up, pull the filament out of the tube. So mine's metal, but his is probably a plastic one, but you just push it down here, and once it's heated up, you can just pull it out. And then yeah, then you just like, I like to take these things, I don't know if he's got them with him, and then just kind of like rub the bottom of that, clean it off. Then if you power it on, mine's all dusty too, it's nice. So you can see this is the nozzle temperature, this is the bed temperature, and then right now it's all says it's at 0 because I had it off, but it's obviously not at 0, 0, 0. So the control, so yeah, all I'm doing is pressing this button to get to the menu, and then you can go to prepare. There's like move axis, so that's how you zero out whenever you are leveling it. So it says it's at 0 now, but if it's not, if you already had it on or something, that's where you put it down to 0. But be careful, don't put it down there, just move it up and then move it back down to 0. And then that's how you disable the, so you click that, disable steppers, and then you can twist the little rod behind here, and move this axis up or down once it's at 0. And you're gonna want to take a sticky note, put it underneath there, and like rub it around as you're spinning the rod. And once you feel it like stick, once it stops the paper, release it just a hair to where it like, just kind of like, you feel it kind of catch, but you can still move it around, if that makes sense. And then, yeah, so I went over that, the bed leveling. So yeah, you just kind of want to go through each corner with that paper. So I go through each corner, and then I'll go through again, and sometimes I'll go through it again just to make sure, because like, as you level it, it might tighten that corner, and it just kind of like messes with it. But the more you do it, the like flatter it gets. And then also this is a glass bed. It looks like a felt bed right now, but it's glass. And then if you have glass, I like to make sure it's super clean, so you can just do dish soap and water. And then I like to put 2 passes, so say your part's like gonna be like this big, I put 2 passes of glue stick. Put glue stick on the size of the part just to make sure it actually sticks down. That's what, like, not a lot of people do that, but it helps me keep it from like delaminating, and kind of, you have a layer that peels up, and then the bottom of your print, is it flat, stuff like that. But yeah, just start out with small stuff, make sure you're around it whenever it's printing, so you can, you know, stop it if there's a major malfunction, because I got cocky and thought I could do it, and there's a huge print like this tall, and it like jammed up on the nozzle and like filled up the span, so I had to get a new fan, a new nozzle and everything. But yeah, so the settings, prepare is like move axis, I don't use auto home. I don't set home offsets. Just do move axis, make sure your Z's at 0, and then disable steppers to like actually level it to your plate. And then once it gets going, you can like fine tune it by just like, if you see it, if you watch like any video, you'll see the first layer, it should have kind of like a little bevel to it, like a curve, but it shouldn't have a valley in the middle, if that makes sense. And then your control is like your temperature. So what I like to do is just set my, like, that's how you heat up your nozzle. And so like whatever filament you have, before you level it and you clean it off, you want to set it to like whatever temperature it has here in the settings as the nozzle in bed. And I also saw something too, you want to, it'll go back to the main screen, that's why I did that. But whenever you're leveling it, you want your bed at the same temperature, so usually I keep that at like 55, 60. So you want that at like your operating temperature, because it'll expand with heat and kind of throw it off, but that's getting super technical. Yeah, that's about it. Yeah, you don't really need to mess with any of those. It's pretty much just the temperature, nozzle in bed, and then the motion, or wait, the repair, move axis, and disable steppers. There's some other stuff, but like the preheat, I just do whatever works best for me, so I don't even use those. I forget they're there. Yeah, you print cool stuff. And then I printed off this, if you got it in your room, just to put it over that since it's pretty bright. Yeah. And then it's kind of tough getting it off the plate. I like to let it cool off, and then usually I can get like a corner, you work one corner, then you work another corner. Just don't try and like jam it off and scratch the plate or anything. And then oh, bless me. There's what was I even gonna say? Oh yeah, make sure to not get the nozzle too low to the plate either. So if you have to, start a tad, like with the base plate, a tad low. So like once you get it like that, you can give this just like a quarter turn, up, like down, whatever, just to make sure you're not gonna scratch it. And then once it starts, you have time, but just make sure, you just gotta kind of mess with it. If it kind of balls up at the beginning, you probably want to just like start over real quick. You want to, because it'll do one line, and then I'll send you the link to the slicing stuff, because you gotta like go online, download it, put it into the software, and then you just click slice, choose your settings, and then I'll send you a video on settings and stuff. But that's pretty simple. Yeah, cool.